first of all, shout out to our social media team at the Daily Wire. They are just incredible. Their meme game is spot on. They're really, really good at what they do. So all this week, Americans have been celebrating the heroism of a dog whose name has now been declassified as Conan, which is just the best. So this dog, Conan, is a very, very good doggie. This is the best doggie I have ever heard of. This doggie went into a cave after al-Baghdadi, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the head of ISIS, and was ready to take down Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi and scared Baghdadi so much that he promptly blew himself up, just incinerated himself. Unfortunately, he took children with him because he was an evil piece of murderous terrorist scum. Okay, but Conan was in the cave, and Conan was slightly wounded, and now Conan is back in service. And so everybody was celebrating the heroism of this dog because that's pretty awesome, right? I mean, this is the best dog ever. It's a great dog. I mean, this is the dog that you ask, what is best in life? And the dog replies, to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of your women, and also biscuits. Kibble is great also if you have some of that. So this is a great doggy. Okay, and as you know, if you've been listening to my show at all, I am not a huge dog fan. I'm growing warmer toward dogs over time. My children are twisting me into a fan of dogs. But I will say that Conan is really making me want a dog. I said as soon as Conan was wounded that if Conan needed an owner, I would be happy to become a dog person and adopt Conan because this is the best doggy. Okay, so the Daily Wire social media team who listen to the show and then very often create memes that are kind of drawn from the general themes of the show, they put out a meme. And the meme was a picture of President Trump awarding the Medal of Honor to the dog, right? And so they took a picture of President Trump awarding a Medal of Honor to an American hero named James McLaughlin, who is credited with saving the lives of 10 men in a battle in Vietnam. And this photo had nothing to do with McLaughlin, okay? Like McLaughlin. The last thing that the Daily Wire would ever think of doing is deriding an actual war hero. Of course. And nobody actually thinks that's what the Daily Wire social media team was doing. Like, are they really suggesting that this was meant to dishonor the person who was at the center of the photo? No. The Daily Wire social media team took this photo and they just put in the dog, right? They obviously photoshopped in the dog. So it's President Trump putting not the Medal of Honor. It's a medal that has a picture of a paw print on it, on the dog. Obviously photoshopped. It has our watermark in the bottom right-hand corner of the picture. Okay, nobody's trying to hide the ball here. This is just a cute little tribute to a very good doggy. That's all. It's a joke and a cute little tribute to a very good doggy. And so President Trump sees this, and he thinks it's cute because, Trump, this is one of the charming things about Trump. And there are many things that are not charming about Trump. One of the wonderful, charming things about Trump is that when the man sees something that he enjoys, he sort of just puts it out there. So he put out our picture with the watermark in the right-hand corner of himself giving the Medal of Honor to the dog. And I point out again that it's obviously photoshopped, that obviously he did not give a Medal of Honor to a dog. There's no such thing as a Medal of Honor. The actual medal is not the Medal of Honor. Look at that photo. If you're subscribing, you can see, or if you're watching this live, you can see it is a picture of a paw print. Okay, so President Trump then tweets out, American hero. Now, this should be the end of the story, right? It's just kind of like a cute, funny little tweet. But no, our intrepid media are on the case. They are on the case. So the Washington Post and the New York Times and USA Today and pretty much everybody else covers this as though it's actual news and as though it's a scandal. Not just that President Trump tweeted out a meme, but that it's a real scandal. Here's the headline from the intrepid reporters at the New York Times. They put two of their finest on it, Niraj Chokshi and Karen Drake. Okay, their headline is, Trump tweets faked photo of hero dog getting a medal. Faked photo? Was anyone, a faked photo would be something where there was any pretense at realism. Any pretense at trying to fake out the audience. Fake photos sort of assumes that we are attempting to fake you into believing something. This is just called a funny meme. Do you not even meme, bro? This is the most obvious joke and tribute ever. Okay, the New York Times reports it this way. President Trump on Wednesday shared an altered photograph of himself placing a medal around the neck of the dog injured in the raid last weekend that led to the death of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the Islamic State's leader. Well, an altered photograph. Ooh, it's fake news. It's bad information. President Trump trying to cede the ground that he likes a dog that was involved in the killing of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Wow. I mean, what a get. What a get, guys. Well done, New York Times. That is some extensively amazing journalism. Just unbelievable journalism. He tweeted out a photo of himself giving a fake medal to a doggy, to a very good doggy. This is your big story, you idiots. Okay, and then they continue along the image, which bears a watermark for a social media account for the conservative news site The Daily Wire, appeared to be an altered version of a 2017 Associated Press photograph. In the original, Mr. Trump is seen awarding a Medal of Honor to James McLaughlin, a retired Army medic who is credited with saving the lives of 10 men during the war in Vietnam. And then they quote President Trump talking about how wonderful the dog is. And then they talk about McLaughlin and suggest that Trump is trying to deride the veteran who was simply in that photo, right? I mean, it was not, again, no one, Trump, Daily Wire, no one is trying to dishonor the person who won the Medal of Honor. That's insane. For you to believe that, you have to be such a wretched tool bag of a human being. Like, of course, that's not what anyone was trying to do. But the media tried to twist this into, this is like, McLaughlin knows this, right? McLaughlin was called up by the New York Times. In a phone interview on Wednesday, McLaughlin, 73, who had not seen the image before a reporter sent it to him, said that he interpreted it as Mr. Trump recognizing the dog's heroism. He certainly was not offended and laughed when he compared the two images. Of course, because McLaughlin is a normal human being, you stupid tools. Of course. Like, what the hell is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you? Because to be offended by that, you have to be wrong in the head. You have to be wrong in the head to be offended by all of this. Right. And McLaughlin said, after all, Medal of Honor recipients accept on behalf of their entire teams, especially those that did not return from battle. And canines have long been part of war efforts. He said this recognizes the dog as part of that team of brave people. McLaughlin said he had worked with a dog in Vietnam who helped detect enemy activity during missions. They are very courageous, he said, of military canines. Like, come on. Come on. Okay, so that was the New York Times coverage, but it gets even better. Wait until you hear the Washington Post coverage, which is even worse. And again, this is a story that the media treated as a national story. They treated it as an actual national story that Donald Trump tweeted out a meme of himself awarding a hero dog. They treated it as a national story. So the story gets even better. Okay, the story gets even better. The story from Alex Horton, reporter at the Washington Post. Okay, so first note, Alex Horton apparently is an Iraq War veteran. Nothing but respect for his military service. Also, this is insanely bad reporting. Okay, so two things can be true at once. Alex Horton can be an American patriot who served honorably in Iraq. Also, he can be an unbelievably crappy reporter. So here is his report from the Washington Post. The headline says, Trump tweeted a photo of a Medal of Honor recipient who was edited out and replaced by a dog. By a dog. Oh, no. Then it says, in a somber White House ceremony in July 2017, President Trump draped the Medal of Honor around the neck of James McLaughlin. He was credited with saving the lives of 10 men in a brutal days-long battle in Vietnam. And Trump told the former Army medic that we are in awe of your actions and your bravery. On Wednesday, Trump posted a photo of that moment with McLaughlin's image replaced by that of a dog. The distinctive star of the medal was replaced with a paw print. Trump and the Pentagon declined to release the dog's name, but the canine has since become a social media sensation after Trump tweeted a photo of the dog on Monday. Since then, the dog has been a feature of countless memes. It also collided with a real-world moment after the conservative site Daily Wire tweeted the image Tuesday with McLaughlin removed. A watermark for the site appears in Trump's tweet, but it is a cropped version that removes the attribution of the source photo, which is the Associated Press. That's because the source photo has now been dramatically altered. The source photo did not include a dog or a Medal of Honor, you idiots. It's called a meme. This is how memes work on the interwebs. That would have indicated it began as a legitimate news photo, raising the question of whether Trump or a staffer knew McLaughlin had been edited out. Okay, so I'm fairly certain that Trump knew he had not actually awarded the Medal of Honor to a dog. I'm fairly certain that Trump knew this. Now, even if you thought that Trump may have forgotten that he awarded the Medal of Honor to a dog, I feel like he would have known that it wasn't real once he looked and saw a Medal of Honor. It's a paw on the medal. You dolts. Okay, here's where the story gets great. Okay, and then it says a White House spokesman declined to comment. McLaughlin, 73, could not be reached for comment. Well, actually, he could by the New York Times. He just didn't respond to you. And then, this is the best part. Jeremy Boring, the chief operating officer at the Daily Wire, dismissed emailed questions about whether the altered photo originated from his publication. Okay, this is the part that's totally insane. So Jeremy, who is my longtime business partner and chief operating officer at Daily Wire, co-founder of Daily Wire, listen to that sentence again, dismissed emailed questions about whether the altered photo originated from his publication. Okay, first of all, number one, our watermarks on it. It's like right there in Trump's original tweet. But the way that's reported sounds like Boring dismissed question. Like we at the Daily Wire, we were so scared of the question, we refused to answer the question as to whether the altered photo originated from our publication. We just refused because this is a scoop, guys. It's a scoop. Okay, well, here's how the actual exchange went. Alex Horton emailed our social media team. He said, hello, I'm with the Washington Post, and I wanted to get confirmation this photo originated with you. And if you digitally removed Medal of Honor recipient James McLaughlin and replaced him with a dog. Okay, now, and Jeremy responded the way that any normal human being would respond. It's a pretty epic response. He wrote back, Alex, on the record, you've got to be effing joking. Please quote me on that. Thanks, Jeremy. We jokingly called Jeremy the God King, but he definitely was great there. That's spectacular stuff from Jeremy. You've got to be effing joking. Please quote me. By the way, I didn't see this until like hours later because I'm over here in Israel, and this is just the best. You've got to be effing joking. Because correct, you've got to be effing joking. You're fact checking whether a photo of a dog being awarded the Medal of Honor is real. You're expending reporter dollars on this stuff. What? And then it was reported by the Washington Post as Jeremy dismissed emailed questions about whether... No, he didn't dismiss emailed questions. He dismissed your stupid question. He dismissed you. He didn't dismiss the question. He dismissed you. He said, you've got to be... Like, there's no way to read that as Jeremy saying, we have no comment. We issue no comments all the time here at the Daily Wire. Like, it's a thing that everybody does in the media. That happens. If we wanted to no comment, you know what we could have done? No comment. Instead, Jeremy explicitly said, please quote me. You have to be... Please quote me. You have to be effing joking. Correct. Did you know that every like on this video creates one additional leftist tier? Don't ask me why. That's called science. To take advantage of this amazing opportunity, hit the like button.